You ready to get fancy?
Sure.
Sophisticated?
Yep.
Woo! We have a review today as an update, a rebrand, a refresh with something you have never seen in the beard care industry before, and that is Johnnie Ray and a lot of changes.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to go over these. My name's Dan C. This is my wife, Sam C.
Hi.
Sam, how you doing?
Great.
Awesome. And if you guys could, hit that thumbs up on the video right now. If you can leave a comment at any time, let us know your thoughts, your questions, your experiences with this company. All of that is welcome. So, changes that are starting and will continue to evolve. I just want to jump right in.
Okay.
The first thing is they went from the traditional 1 ounce dropper top glass bottle for beard oil to this.
It's so unique.
It is. It's really unique. And I have some cheat sheet notes just because I want to make sure I get everything correct here. But this is a pump top, right? You got this nice little base here. It is bigger. This is a 1.7 ounce oil.
Okay.
And here's some details on this. Our discount code, guys, this is an affiliate, meaning it does support the channel and platform when you guys use our code or our link. Worked with this company literally before they launched. I was a consultant for them and have helped them all along the way. It's been really cool to see them grow. But that is going to be over here. Dan C10 is going to save you guys 10% off. Helps the company, helps you guys, helps us. It's a win-all. But some details on this oil. This is a 50 milliliter oil.
Okay.
Right? Which is the metric everyone else in the world uses and we probably should use.
Yep.
But it's a 1.7 ounce bottle. Again, 1.7 versus 50. Yeah, come on. We should be going that. So 1.7 ounces here. Now, with that discount code, this is going to be a total, or the total price, even before the discount code, is $34.99. Now, I know when you hear that, it's like, oh, wow, that's expensive. Absolutely. That's a hefty cost, but it is more, and it's actually a better deal than their 1 ounce oil.
Okay.
So when you break it down per ounce, this is going to go for, with the discount code, $18.50 an ounce. So smack dab in that market average range. I know you see this and you see like, whoa, fancy. Must be like real super duper expensive. It's not inexpensive. It's not cheap, but it's not crazy. Yeah. So just keep that in mind. The next thing is, this thing's pretty amazing. It is an airless pump, and it doesn't have, what would you call it? Like the straw that goes down when you see like pump tops or anything?
Oh, I never really thought about that. Yeah.
So when you remove this, I'm going to be very careful here. And I've had testers of these for a long time, guys. But when you remove this here, I'm going to be super duper careful. There is no spout. There's no straw. Nothing that goes down into it other than just the head of the pump top right here.
Well, that's wild.
I know. And this is really cool.
How does that work?
So how it works is at the bottom, you remember like the push pop ice cream things?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
Okay.
So every time you draw this, it's a vacuum effect. And there's something on the bottom that pushes up.
I have a lot of cosmetic products that do that.
And that's kind of where this is coming from. And it's just a better method because every time you have that straw, introduces like little air bubbles. And if you guys have ever had a pump top, it's like,
oh my gosh,
you got to keep clicking it. It's inconsistent. This is the same exact pump every single time.
That's awesome.
There's less oxygen, which is going to make it last longer. It's not going to change the scent. There's no oxidation. I think I got all the things here because I'm like, I want to write down all the ideas. It's an airless pump top.
Cool.
Yeah, it really is. And I've never seen anything like it in the beard care industry.
And it just seems like easier.
Right.
You're not taking something out and like squeezing. And I can never get the droppers right. I give Maddox like medicine every day out of one of those types of droppers, and it's never the same.
Right. And people will say, well, I like to count the drops. My advice is if you are someone that's individually counting drops, number one, I don't know how that's possible. I've never gotten like 10 perfect drops in a row. It's like, oh, 3 of them strung together. Like, oops, sorry. I'm just going to estimate. The best way to go about this, I really believe for anybody, is learn the size of the puddle in your hand.
Yeah.
Just figure out, okay, that's about how much I use. For this, it may be 3 pumps. It may be 4 pumps. It may take a little bit of trial and error, but I do promise you will get it. But it just feels good.
Yeah, it does.
It just feels right. And I hear you. I know some of you are like, Dan, I don't care what package it's in. I don't care what it looks like. I just want it to work. This oil's phenomenal. This is not just a review on the oil, but go back and check those ones out. This has one of the most complex, one of the most like exotic carrier blends you'll ever find. Pretty amazing, but this is cool. And what about the labels?
So nice.
I mean,
I've always really enjoyed their labels. And the matte black does it for me. I love it.
So this is one of the big changes. Going to these, they still have the other ones available. This is only in the Rhapsody line, which we'll be talking about today and reviewing these scents, but that's a big one. That's a huge change right off the bat. Also, I don't know if we've actually covered it, but I want to do so just to be careful. Talking about labeling, their beard wash and their beard conditioners. Look at these things.
Like, I feel like it should be like at Nordstrom.
Yeah.
Neiman Marcus.
Straight up, like, sophistication. That's why I was like, you want to get fancy? You want to get crazy here? These are so good, and they're both absolutely amazing products. I had the ability to help give some feedback and say, hey, you know, wash, I look for this, and a conditioner, and they dialed it in and made it custom. It's amazing. Truly amazing. The wash is a gentle daily wash. Their beard oil is a medium viscosity. It feels a little bit thicker in hand, but it acts thinner. It's one of those, it's kind of like bird oil. It's not a bird oil.
I was going to say, is it a bird oil?
It's not, but it acts like that, where you're like, this doesn't match up. Yeah, it's a medium. I would call it a medium, even though it feels medium thick and maybe acts a little bit thinner. I would call it a straight up medium. Styles well, yeah, you guys got it. Read the comments for people's experiences on Johnnie Ray's. So we have 5 new beard oil scents to go over with matching colognes. So they now have spray cologne, and look at the labels on here.
I love the long skinny bottles.
Yeah. And so these are their colognes here, and they have a travel one and they have a full-size one, so which is really nice. So you have just your basic label on one side, and then on the other side is the name of the cologne, the name of the scent, and then on here they wanted to just keep it simple and classy with it on the front, and then on the bottom of it you have the name of the scent.
Love it.
Which is really cool. And they're going to have some really nice boxes to go with these things.
Oh my gosh, this would be like such good gifts.
Yeah, right? And so with this one, let me get these prices right here. The travel size is $24.99, and that's a 10 mil. And then the 50 mil, which is the full size, $64.99. Or you can get all 5 of the travel ones for $99.99, and you get to use the discount code. So that would be another $10 off. You're looking at like $89. I'm not a super cologne guy. I haven't bought cologne in years and years and years, so I don't even know like relative cost on that.
I think the last time I bought perfume, it was around $60, so I feel like that's very normal.
Right in the market.
Yeah.
And the nice thing is the colognes match their beard oils. So if you wear the beard oil, and you're like, I want it stronger, I want it longer lasting, I want it like a little refresher before our date, you can use that beard oil that day and then come back in with the cologne later. All right, so we're gonna break these down. The oils are not the easiest to smell because of the pump top, so that adds a little bit of a challenge to reviewers. However, the cologne is the same smell, and if we want to test the oil, you just gotta be careful. It's just a screw off, and you can give it a little smell there.
Who spills it first?
And I will not be spilling it. All right, we're going to break all these down. No particular order. We're just going to get right into them. All right, so the first one is, and man, I even had Nate pronounce these for me, the owner. All right, this first one is, I might have enlist your
Adagio.
help. Adagio. I'm not the best with the fancy ones, but we have Adagio here. And I'm going to have you smell. So I did a little behind the scenes, not trickery, but preparation. I sprayed one spray into the cap and put the cap on. Now, I know that's probably not proper. I know it's probably not the best, but for smelling purposes, it's really smart. It's really smart. And I have the scent profile on here. So you read, give a reaction.
Read? What am I reading?
Read the notes of the aroma.
Okay.
You smell, give your reaction, and then I'll tell you what's in it, and we'll kind of go through there.
Oh.
Adagio.
It smells like Adagio. This is a rich man's cologne. He wants you to know that he has a lot of money.
Okay.
And he is very fancy.
And that's real, though. You'll smell somebody that walks by and you're like, oh, he's rich.
Yes,
yeah,
100%.
He's rich. I don't know what it is.
That's that smell. It's like almost on the verge of being too cologne-y for me. Like when you walk in a room with that one, people will know that you smell good.
It's a statement.
It's a statement cologne, 100%.
So here's the breakdown. In colognes, guys, listen to me here.
Yeah.
Colognes are really tough to break down notes because an idea of a cologne is it becomes its own thing. It's not like, oh yeah, there's lavender, there's this and that. And I'm sure there's some like sophisticated palettes of nose scents out there that can really do that.
No one beats the super sniffer.
That's not me though, right? That's not me. So here's what we're looking at on this one. An intense, woodsy, masculine cologne balanced with blue musk.
Okay.
Nailed
Yeah,
it.
I feel like I can't go by those.
Right.
Colognes are colognes. I like it.
Yeah.
I think it's good. I would say just kind of for your average guy, maybe that's like a date night scent.
Or like a business meeting.
Oh.
Going in, you need to make a statement, show your presence. Yeah, it's a cologne. Like,
Yeah.
This is a cologne line, guys. Just understand it is a cologne. Maybe they're working on something on the opposite end of a cologne line for the near future. Wink, wink. If cologne is like heavy, strong fragrance, maybe there's something that's not as strong, maybe more natural smelling, something like essential oils, something like that. So who knows?
Just had to give
yeah,
it away.
Yeah, who knows out there? All right.
I was like, perfume?
Next one is Maestro. Maestro.
Okay.
So give that a smell, and then I will tell you after your reaction.
Ooh, Maestro.
And that's why I'm having you smell it and give your reaction before I read it. Sometimes I tell her before, but this one, it's like, who even knows how you can relate that?
It's like a soapy cologne, but more cologne-y than a soapy cologne.
Okay. Now give this a smell so we
Okay.
can understand the difference of the beard oil, because there is a little bit of, to me, a little bit of sweetness from the carrier blend. All right, so I'm just unscrewing it. I'm going to let you do it here. And just give that a smell. And it's not going to be as strong. It's not going to be as pungent. But same scent. Is there a difference to it?
I think it's different. The nuttiness of the carrier oils comes through a lot.
Yep.
I didn't get a ton of the cologne scent from the oil.
Yeah, and when you wear it in beard, and that's why I'm mainly focusing on the colognes, because it's so tough they have this strong, exotic carrier blend that is nutty, it is sweet, it is a little bit natural. That does fade once you get it in beard. Like, you smell it out of the bottle, you get it in beard, it fades, then the cologne comes out. These are not like overwhelmingly strong beard oils, which is good. You need to be legal. You need to be pleasant. The real strength comes from the cologne. So that's what I'm going to put out there to make sure if people are like, I'm just buying the beard oil, it is a little bit more natural, sweet, and nutty, but that does fade once it's in beard. Okay, so on this one, for Maestro, we have a bold, sweet blend of berries, violet leaf, teak, and amber. So on the cologne side here, they would say that this one is more of a bold, sweet cologne.
I can get that. It definitely is bold and it is sweet, and then it's not soapy per se. It's kind of like bubble bathy.
Yeah.
You get that?
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, I don't know what that smell is.
And to me, it's more of a daily wear as compared to the first one.
Yeah,
you could
agree.
wear that as like your scent, as your cologne. I always think of colognes as like a business office. Like, I feel like they all have their cubicles. They all wear colognes, and you're like, oh, yep, that's Frank. I smell him. Like you just become known for a scent. All right, next one we have here is, oh man, that's another one I struggle with.
Vivace?
Yeah, I think so. Vivace. And Nate.
Does that sound right?
Nate told me all these guys. I'm not fancy. I don't.
You're not Italian?
I'm not Italian. That's a true statement as well.
Oh, I don't know if I've ever smelled anything like that. I like it.
Okay.
Okay, I gotta think about this one.
All right.
You give me the rundown.
All right. So the rundown here is an herbaceous. Nailed it. Cologne
Nailed it.
with warm amber, vibrant citrus, and white musk.
Okay. It is herbaceous. But it's like a natural leafy cologne that is a little sweet, but a little bright, but a little fresh. I feel like I just threw all scent categories.
As you're saying that, I'm like, yes, yes.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go to this well too often, but I do get a little soapiness out of this one. Tell me if you get soapy.
Yes. Like
Irish Spring type soapy.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, it's bright. If I were to make a color out of it, it'd be green. It's herbaceous. Like it's uplifting, it's refreshing.
Smells like green.
Yeah, it's the closest one to not being a cologne for me, right? It's definitely a cologne, but if I were to say like, oh, those first two like colognes, this one I'm like, there's some naturalness in this one.
Yeah.
There's definitely some naturalness. It's actually so far my favorite.
Nice.
Yeah, I really like that one. All right, next one we have here is Legato. Legato. So give that one a little smell ski here. Get the reaction.
Ooh, yes.
Like that one?
This one is my favorite.
Okay.
Okay, what's in it?
So this one is an energetic fragrance of green apple. Well, you love green apple. Patchouli and exotic woods.
Okay. Oh, I really like that. Okay, it's funny. Did he say energetic?
Yeah.
For me, this is more of a calming cologne.
I think it's
I get like lavender.
I get lavender, almost powdery, like relaxing.
Like a barbershop
Yep.
lavender cologne.
Yes.
It's really, really nice.
Yeah.
That, out of all of them, that would be a really good everyday cologne.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah, I love that
All right,
one.
it's my favorite too.
Yep.
So far. We still have one more, but that is my favorite so far as well.
Smell your skin.
Yep. It's so crazy how that really works.
Yeah.
Smelling your skin is like, okay, I'm back.
Now, can I smell your skin and it will do the same thing?
Let's try it. I would imagine so.
I already cleansed.
All right. We'll check after this one, guys. All right, next one we have here is Marcato. Marcato.
Oh.
Sam was in
I always have to look to see if you pronounce it
right. Yeah, she was in an orchestra, no big deal, so she knows all these things.
That's not... What?
Well, it's related to music, this whole entire line. The names have some kind of calling to music.
Oh. What is this?
Okay, so we have here a smooth aquatic cologne with bursts of citrus. Now, I'm assuming Nate thought that this was going to be our favorite, or my favorite, because he sent the full-size one here. So what you got on this one?
There is a smell that I have smelled that smells like this.
There's a smell that I've smelled that smells like this.
I love this. That is such a beautiful scent. I gotta
Okay, so this, I didn't wear it. Like I said, I wasn't a cologne guy, but I did have a couple of them. And this smells like the Lacoste cologne, and it was the main one that I wore. And I always felt super fancy. We have a mall here in Michigan, Somerset, and it's got two sides.
Fancy mall.
Yeah, it's got two sides. One's like a nice mall, and then
No.
it's got
One is rich.
I'm not there yet.
Yeah,
I'm not there yet. I'm on the nice side. So one side's nice. It's got, if our area, if there was a standalone mall, just the nice side, it'd be the nicest mall that we have in our area. But you cross over this walkway over the road to the other side, and that side, we don't even go because we're uncomfortable around it. It's Burberry and Coach and Prada and all the crazy ones.
I don't even like the other side. Like, one side's rich and the other side's richer.
Yeah.
I'm like, we don't belong in this mall.
Yeah, and it's really, really fancy. I always felt good going over to the Lacoste store and buying the cologne,
Gosh.
And this is it.
I really like
We
that.
love aquatic colognes. This is a cologne to me though. I don't know if I could wear it every day.
I agree.
It's on the one prior to this. So if I were to pick a daily cologne, it would definitely be Legato. And if I were to pick one that it doesn't have to just be date night, but maybe once or twice a week, it would definitely be Marcato. Yeah, Marcato, Legato. Got it. All right. We love aquatic colognes.
Yes.
And this one knocks it out of the park, so this will get used frequently. That's something you would enjoy on a date night?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Perfect. So they knocked it out of the park with these. Like a diverse lineup of colognes. Nate did them himself, which is so impressive.
Nice.
And they're really getting into all this, you guys. Absolutely killed it. And it smells sophisticated. It smells like it's class, and you have the bottle to match it.
Yep.
You got the labels to match it. Awesome. Before I go, one thing I did want to talk about, have some upstairs. I've had many through the shower. They do have these solid beard wash bars. The advantage of this is essentially it's like a liquid beard wash. Remove the water into a bar, rub it right on your beard. You can travel with it. You can fly with it. You don't have to worry about leaks. I will say this one is a little bit more stripping than their liquid wash. If you're looking for like the most gentle daily possible from them, go liquid. But if you're looking for one that you can kind of use a couple times a week, their solid beard wash bar is awesome. And anytime I use it on my head hair as well. So I do love this, and I want to make sure I pointed that one out. So Johnnie Ray's new things. They're going to be slowly phasing more and more of their oils into this kind of style.
Nice.
And they're just growing and evolving. And
That's great.
he shared this openly too. Super proud of Nate. And then, of course, Hannah. We'll talk about her in a second. Nate had an amazing job at Apple.
Yeah.
He was a like high-ranking guy at Apple. I don't know like how high or anything like that, but he had a really, really good job at Apple. He didn't even hate it. It wasn't like a bad job. And he just believes in this so much, and he loves what he's doing.
Tell.
Right. He left that job, took a chance. Hannah has a career, and she's like, yeah, let's do it. I'll make sure we're good here. We'll build up the company. And Hannah does a lot of the website, a lot of the labels, so much of it. It's a true husband-wife team, and they're out of Michigan as well.
So cool.
Barely. They're like one exit past Ohio. Like they can smell Ohio down there. So, but an amazing couple, amazing company. If you've tried anything from this company, especially this new lineup, because we launched it on a live stream about 2 weeks ago, drop a comment down below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Sam, anything else for the people here?
I don't think so.
Awesome. All right, you guys, thank you. Thank you, the Super
Welcome.
Sniffer. And everybody out there, please stay bearded and stay positive.